Greetings Internet, welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This is the continuation of my playthrough of Fields of Fire Deluxe Edition, the Naktong River campaign. This is mission 1 and we're about to do turn 2. Just as a brief recap, I moved onto all the cards in this row and we found these were all marked as C contact markers, and we activated 3 of them. Yeah, a bit unlucky on that, but there we go. And from that activation we got 1 incoming mortar fire here, whose marker I've now turned over because I didn't turn it over in the previous video. And the spotter's here, so he's spotting down there. He's got 1 fire mission left. But the second activation, which was on this card, revealed a squad. And I think it was that one. Or was it this one? Well, one revealed 1. Yeah, that one there revealed 3. 1, 2, 3. So that one revealed 1. So we've got 4 enemy squads, all unspotted, and they're veterans. So they're going to be very difficult to actually spot. And we have a mortar team here with 1 fire mission. However, my casualties weren't particularly low. Sorry, they weren't particularly high. We had this pinned and paralysed team, and then the other 2 were just pinned. So I got quite fortunate, especially on the, I think it was the artillery. It was at -5 or something silly like that. So we'll go to his pin marker. Okay. So I just chucked that away somewhere. Right. So yeah, key thing here, I've got to remember the enemy are veterans. So every time I do a test and I only draw 2 cards, I would like you to be screaming at the screen, because I'm bound to hear you, because I'll have a guilty conscience, that the enemy, yeah, should get 3 card draws for most things. I think that's my errant pin marker. There we go. Right, so beginning of turn 2, the first thing we've got to do is see if Battalion want to interfere. Do they want to interfere? No, they don't. So we're now into the friendly command phase. So Battalion will activate my company HQ, which is at the top here, and we then go to the company HQ impulse. So we draw a card for him. See, I mean, wow, he's a good lad, isn't he? He gets 6. He's not undercover, and we're no longer at no contact, so that stays at 6. Okay. All right. Well, we need this. I'm going to activate all the actual platoons. So let me just move this over a little bit, and then zoom in. Zoom. So we're going to activate 2nd platoon. We're not going to activate the HMG. The reason being, all of his guns have been allocated out. I know he can activate them as well, but I'll keep him in reserve. So there's the 3 platoons. I will activate the XO again. So that's 4. You know what? I'll just do those 4. I know that means my first sergeant will only get 1, but he's got 6 already. So that will leave my company HQ with 2. That's interesting. Why are they all down there? They all should be up there. That's what normally happens when you click the clear face. Anyway, there we go. That's as it should be. We're all good to go. Right, so platoon HQ and staff impulse. So now this is the bit where I've got to come up with a plan. Honestly, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, what are we going to do? Because they're very, very hard to spot. I can't deal with them without spotting them. I mean, I could use a bit of white phosphorus, but I can't even attack from here. But we have got 2 places here, this village, and this embankment here, that we can advance onto and then maybe using some sneaky WP fire missions. Now, how much actual ammo have I got? Fire missions. So, WP for the 105s. We've only got one mission. Now, that's not great, is it? The 81st WP, he's only got one as well. But it's only 6 turns this mission long. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's do second platoon first. Now, I did say in the previous video this is only got 6 turns. Of those 6 turns, turn 5 is twilight, and turn 6 is actually full night. So we've only got 4 days of turn light. Turn light, daylight. The attack positions here, objective 2 and objective 1 are here. I've got to clear rows 1 to 3 and take the primary and secure the primary and second objective. And clears rows 1 to 3. So I ain't doing that in 6 turns. I'm going to need a little bit more time on that. So it's definitely going to be a reattempt. So again, my main plan for this particular attempt is to clear these 2 rows. Ideally, secure them so I can put some troops down on them. Now, we're going to start with second platoon. So I'm going to draw a card for him. He gets a reshuffle, so he gets 2. And he's got 1 saved. He's not undercover, but he's green. So he actually only gets 1. That's not so good, is it? He only gets 1. We've got a total of 2. So he drew 2. He's sitting, where is he? Sitting here. Okay. Yeah, okay. With 2 then, we want to, I could have done a bit more than that. I know I'm being greedy, but there we go. Right. Nothing else is equipped with WP, so we can't do any spots. So from this village, we want to see if we can spot at least somebody. Not too bothered about the spotter, to be honest. Okay. Now, he's green, so there's no point sending him. So let's send the that's the LMG forward. Yeah. Okay, as there's no volume of fire, that's going to be exposed to get there. So yeah, that's Lieutenant Evans. Giving him a name, why not? So Lieutenant Evans, order them forward for 1. They can't fire anything because they haven't spotted anything, and I can't order them to spot from there. So he's only used 1. I think that'll do. First platoon, so they're here. So what to do with them? Well, all these cards are under a volume of fire that they've got sort of access to. And this one here has got a pinned unit, a paralyzed unit on it. So I'll need to pull that back at some point. So as we can't see anything, again, I think we'll order the machine gun forward, but we're going to, they're a line unit. So, yeah. All right, well, let's see how many orders he actually gets. Drawing the card. Good lad, gets 6. Okay, he's got 1 left, that's 7, but he's green. He's not undercover, so it's back to 6. Okay, 6. Of which, as it's daylight, he still can spend 6. Once it gets night time and get restricted. So, with 6 orders, yeah, he's going to ask this weapon team to infiltrate this rocky hill. Okay, so they're a line unit. Infiltration requires 2 card draws. 1, 2. No. No. It's not good, is it? So he's marked as exposed. It's not very good at all. Okay. So that's 1 order. He can only save 3 because he's green. Okay. So he will order. I'm not moving a whole squad up. I'm very reluctant to move a whole squad up into a volume of fire at the present moment. Especially that open ground. It is particularly nasty. Okay, so we will move the recoilless rifle up now. Can that infiltrate? It's got a V on it, so it's got very long range, but it hasn't got a H or a tripod, so I think he can infiltrate. So, let me check that. It's a big bit of kit. He says anything with a H or a tripod can't. That hasn't, so he will try and infiltrate. So he's also a line unit, so he's drawing 2 cards. See if he can do so. First one, no. Second one, yes. Good lad. Good lad. So he's on there now. Right. So that's 2 orders from 1st platoon. Okay, he can only save 3. He's got 6. A maximum save for a green HQ for Lieutenant Pike is 3. So he's actually got 1. Can we do something with an order without it just being wasted? I don't think there's any point moving anybody else up there at the present moment. We've got 2 guys that can spot, so hopefully we'll get something like that, you know, an initiative for those guys to spot. So yeah, that will do for him. So we are technically wasting. I hate to waste, but there we go. A command. All right, 3rd platoon. Draw a card. All right, so he gets 3. He's also green. Yeah, Lieutenant Cook. So he only gets 2 orders. So he's on 5. Right, okay, so he has a few options, doesn't he? All right, I don't want to obviously move on where the artillery is blatting away. So let's move on to this embankment here. Now, is it worth moving the platoon? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus the assault team, 14. You know what I haven't done? And if you mentioned it in the comments, I do apologise. I haven't turned this over. We can see down here. Yeah. Let me turn that over. Toggle. It's these embankments I've got to get my head around now. That they are actually 1 elevation up. You get used to seeing the 2 cards together. And then all of a sudden you've got only 1 card that's representing a height. So yeah. So he can see from there into the brush. He's already can see the gully because that's being told. So close, long, very long. So technically he can see here too. So let's toggle that. Unlock that. F that. It's another hill. I'll say this terrain is a bit hilly. And that will be, it's a big hill. Big hill with a gully. Okay. Let's move. Come on. All right. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. Move the contact marker there. So we've got a hill with a hill with a gully. Okay. With the contact marker. Better lock those down. Lock. I'm not sure if I did the middle one. Lock. There we go. So they're not going to drift all over the place. And yeah. All right. So that's because he sees them. So is it worth? You know what? Why not? I don't technically have a reserve, so he's going to do a platoon move onto here, onto this embankment. So it's one, and they're all going to be marked exposed once they get there. No one's under cover, so that's fine. Right, so he's the only one who's not exposed. Exposed. Let's share the love. Exposed. Exposed. There we go. And exposed. Alright, so Lieutenant Cook's advanced the platoon. That takes 2 of his 5 orders. So he's got 3 left. Okay, well, as he's there, whom can he order to have a look? Because the enemy's here. Okay, so we're going to ask one of the squads to see if they can spot on this particular card. Yeah. Okay. Now, spotting. Spotting attempts. Here we go. Right. Spotting recipient is the line. So green veteran doesn't count on a higher elevation. Ooh. We are on the embankment and we're looking at those guys who are on a lower elevation. So the answer to that question is yep. Right. Okay. That's +1. Target undercover. Now, -1. A sniper or an FO doesn't apply. Veteran -1. Yep. Oscar expose a unit with a volume of fire rating of A, no, or H and G, no. So +3 or more cover and concealment value. Don't think so. Not a 0. +1. So no. So it's a net -1 from a 2. We're drawing a single card and we're looking for the roundel. Oh, well done, squad. Right, okay, so they, who I didn't actually put an unspotted marker on, should have done, are now unspotted. Do. Okay. That is useful. So now we can open, well, not we can, we must. So let's place a volume of fire. PDF first of all. So that is coming from this elevation. What am I doing? It's not vassal. Okay. Right, so we've got an automatic there. So that's it. Yeah, because the tripod can't fire because he's exposed. So the we're putting automatic fire on that card. Okay, so place a volume of fire. E automatic. Right. Okay, so that's useful. Shoot across that brush there. Now, so he's used 3 orders. He's technically got 2 remaining. Is it worthwhile getting the where is it? This grenade launcher that can fire at very long range. Why not? Why not indeed? So he orders them to fire. So he's a line unit. It's two, I was going to say 2 hexes. So it's close, long. It's now spotted. Fire a grenade. So he's going to roll 2 grenades. 1. He gets 1. Let me just take a drink. My throat's getting croaky. He gets 1. Excellent as well. So let's put a grenade miss, which actually is a grenade. Let's go F, there we go. Boom. One card. That's the one we're targeting. That's the one you can see. Okay. That leaves him 1 order remaining, and I think we'll save that. He's done a decent job. Good old Lieutenant Cook. Yeah, I'm still learning the names myself. Right, the XO. Where is Mr. XO? Mr. XO is Lieutenant Wilson, and he's down here with units from 3rd Platoon. We're not going to advance there. And to be fair, is that 3rd Platoon or 2nd Platoon? 2nd Platoon he's got units from. Ah. That might be worth advancing into then. That village. He is a line guy. Well, let's see how many orders he's got to play around. He's already got 4 in the bank. Let's see how many he gets. He gets 3. He's line. So that's it. So he's on 6. 4 plus 3 is 7. Camel. You can only spend 6. Well, as we've got still no volume of fire on here, we'd have to be exposed when we go there. But let's move the heavy machine gun up for 1. It's marked exposed. This 75 mil for 2. That also gets marked exposed and it can't fire. Moves himself up and becomes exposed for 3. Okay, again, not too fussed about the spotter, but we're now on this hill. So that is seen, so we, oh, wait a minute, that's seen. Okay, so first off then, place a PDF, because they are shooting into there. Still got, that's from the machine gun team there. So we now have a crossfire into that card. That's useful. However, that's not what I want to do with one of my orders. We've got a line unit. We're going to try and spot. We can't spot this guy because it's a sort of night move angle. But we can spot this guy, or attempt to spot that guy. Okay, so we are, we're high elevation, we're a line unit, he's not putting out a heavy volume of fire, so looking back on this again, higher elevation's +1, undercover cancels that, he's veteran, so it's -1. I've got nothing that increases that unless the card has got a low. No, it's +1, not great. In fact, this guy would be easier to spot, but I can't because of the angle of dangle. Okay, So we're basically drawing one card, looking for that symbol again. Oh! Oh! Suits you, sir. We can spot him. Right, so let's just delete. Okay, so he's now spotted, but we're currently firing on these. This guy can't fire because he's, and neither can him. So the only one that's firing is him. And he's then providing a crossfire. However, now that he's spotted, he can now fire on him. And in fact would do so. Place a PDF that way, over the hills and far away, and place a volume of fire, and that's automatic. State automatic 2. Okay, anybody else taking a punt at him? No. Now, do we want a shift fire, or are we quite happy with that? I think I'm quite happy with that. So it leaves me still 3 orders for the Lieutenant Wilson. Use 3. One, two, three. Use 4. I've lost track here. Darn it. Those 4 are moved up there. No one else would have. No, the platoon leader did, didn't he? So he moved 3 chaps himself. So and then spotted. So that's 4. 4 for 6. He's got 2 remaining of the 6 he could spend. So he's spent 4. So it takes him down to 3. Okay. Okay. So that's everybody that was activated. So we now go to initiative and we look at the first sergeant. He just gets 1. What do we want the first sergeant to do? Where is he? He's a veteran. Okay. This is the one it's a bit risky there, isn't it? It is all risky, especially moving here. What to do? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to try. This is risky. We're going to try and infiltrate the rocky guard here. That one. So, volume of fire on the card means he can infiltrate. He's a veteran, so he can actually. He's the only veteran I've got. He can draw 4 cards, 3 cards. 1, come on. 2, he does. Good lad. 3. In fact, he double does. Okay, so he's infiltrated onto this card. Okay, so he's got 5 orders remaining. He will then attempt to spot this guy. Yeah. Okay, so now we are a veteran spotting. We're at the same elevation. So what's the modifiers now? Let's have a look. All right. Spotting recipient is veteran, +1. Guy's undercover, cancels that out. -1 because he's a veteran. Okay. I've got a +1 for veteran. The enemy's undercover and as a veteran, so it's -2. So I'm still... No, I start at 3 cards, don't I? He's a veteran. Oh, is that right? I think the minimum is still 1, but spotting Is it always 2 cards and then you get that +1 modifier for being veteran? It's not a rally action. Spotting. Where is spotting on this display? It's a combat action. Attempt to spot. Draw is 2. You don't get 3 because you're a veteran. So, but the minimum is 1. So he's at the minimum anyway. He gets 2, +1 for veteran, 1 for undercover. Sorry, -1 for undercover, -1 for veteran. Leaves him with 1. What is the terrain effects on that card? It's a +2, so he's still only drawing a card. Roundel? No. Okay. That takes him down to 4. Alright, he orders the LMG to spot. So they're aligned. We know the minimum's 1. Draw a card. Yay! He spots it. So the orders is down to 3. Right. Okay. So now this gets interesting. Okay. So we spotted him, but we do have a volume of. But we're far in this way. Got 3 orders left. Do we shift fire for this machine gun? But then no one's firing at this dude. We're firing here. At least we spotted him. I suppose that's a positive thing, isn't it? Yeah, at least we spotted him. Okay, so he's got 3 orders. So now he orders this machine gun team to look for cover. So they're drawing 2. Or should he look for cover? If he looks for cover, he'll go into it. We don't need that at the present moment. So we'll get them to look for cover. So that's drawing 2 cards. 1. No. 2 orders remaining. Okay. He will then order the paralysed pin team back to here. That leaves him with 1 order remaining. So now he does look for cover. So he's veteran, so he draws 3 cards. 1, 2. Whew. I was getting a little worried then. I definitely was. So he has found cover and dives into it, shaking his head about it for the machine gun team. Okay. Okay. So that's... He's used 6 orders, which is the maximum he could use. He had 7, so he's down to 1. No other initiative. Staff or we're on to the general initiative. Oh no, we've got the HQ there. Actually, I should have done the platoon HQ first. Darn it, that one there. Sorry, wrong order. They're not going to be doing anything. They're drawing a card. They get 3. He's green, so he gets 2, so he's on 4, and I'm banking them. There we go. Sorry, got too carried away with me, Sergeant. Right, the general initiative impulse. Now, last time I got 1. Can I have a bit better than that, please? 2. Well, it's a 100% improvement, I suppose. Okay, well, what do we want to do with our 2? We've got a crossfire here. We're not actually firing anything at this guy. Right, we can't deal with them all at the same time, can we now? No. Okay, just as a little aside, what I've done is I've assigned a phone to all of those commanders. So 1st Platoon, 2nd Platoon, 3rd Platoon got a phone. So as the company sergeant, the XO, and obviously the company commander. The HMG assets have also got a phone. What doesn't have a phone is the mortar section. now looking at that, thinking that was a bit silly. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So the artillery officer moves forward. 1, and he's then going to try and bring some incoming over to here, onto this card here. All right, you can see there he's got various fire missions. I think we're going to bring in just HE. So HE, he's got 4 draw. Draw a card. 1, 2. This is where I get worried. 3. Really? Well, that's it. You know, the initiative, he moved forward, actually technically should be marked exposed, and failed to bring in the artillery. What a numbnut. Well, that's my general initiative done. Right, we're now over to the enemy. And now, not like for turn 1, there are a few around. So drawing a card. Ooh, we do get a HQ event. We do get a HQ event. All right, so this is mission 1. Enemy higher HQ event. Turns 2 to 10. We're looking at 1 to 10. And that is 5. 5. Displace tanks. Remove all tanks. They haven't got any. Fair enough. So in other words, non-event. So the Korean headquarters goes, remove all tanks. Obviously in Korean. And the company commander or whatever rank is facing out there says, well, we don't have any. So, next up, enemy activation check 7. Okay, so we're going to have to mark. We've got enemy here, so I'm going to place a 1 there, 1 there, enemy activation check 1 there, so that's 3, 4, and 5. I think that's the only 5 we have. So we have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we'll start to the top and to the left. So 1 to 5. And we're looking at number 4 first. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. This guy here. Okay. What are you going to do? Remember, they're under a hasty defense. Okay, so on the same card as an opposing unit. No. Not under fire, and no, yes, fire. Not under fire, but has a valid target along PDF. Oh yes. No action. No, this is a hasty defense. 1 is no action. 2 is he will try for a not a grenade. The other one. Concentrate fire. So draw a card. Looking at he tries to concentrate fire. Yeah. And because he's a veteran, he gets 3 attempts. 1, 2, 3 card draw, sorry. Not 3 attempts, 3. No, he doesn't, so he doesn't do anything further. And he's done. Right, so it's 1 to 4 now. Draw a card. And we're looking at number 3. So 1, 2, 3. So this dude, the one that's got a grenade. Okay. So he is under fire and he's under cover. He's under fire from a different direction to his own PDF. That is true. Okay, so it's a 1 to 5 option. 1 to 5. Go on a card. F that. Oh. Alt you donut. 1 to 5. He does option 4. 3 to 4. Shift PDF to direction of incoming fire. Okay. So this is the guy we're doing. So that now moves that way. That's the guys that are firing on him over there. Okay. So with that fire coming here, Didn't think of that, did I? Oh. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have moved the whole platoon forward. That could be disastrous. Small arms fire. Yeah. They can fight back. Uh-oh. We're all exposed here, aren't we? Apart from the assault team. That is a big uh-oh. All right. So that's him done. Now, his volume of fire has shifted that way, so we're now no longer under... Oh, we're still under a crossfire. We've got this guy and this guy still firing at the present moment. Right, so we've still got 3 available, so let's draw another card. And we're looking at number 2. That's 1, 2, so it's this dude here. No, we've done him. Yeah, 1, 2, this guy. Right, so he's not under fire, but he's still unspotted. So not under fire, but as a valid target along PDF. He still has a valid target along his PDF. So let's see what he does. What does he do? He does option 1, which is no action. Okay. So he just carries on firing there. So that. So we now got 2 options still left. Draw a card. We're doing number 1, which is this dude here, who again, now he is under fire but not under, he is under cover, under fire from a different direction to his PDF. He's not. No. Trading fire, and it's better. No, it's worse. Trading fire and units volume of fire is equal to or worse than the higher, right, okay. So 1 to 5 option again. He's doing option 5. He falls back. 8.6.3. He falls back. Interesting. Right. Fall back 1 card towards one side of map. Select card according to these priorities. Off map if at the edge. Well, he's not at the edge, is he? Well, why is he? That's technically, he's at this edge here. Off map if at the edge of own side or currently beyond the edge of own side. So no, he doesn't go off the side unless, yeah. So he can't go off map. A card out of line of sight of opposing units. The card with the highest cover value. Right. Well, if he goes here, is he out of line of? Is he out of line of sight? We're on a hill. 1, 2, 3. No, he's not out of line of sight. Will he move to a card that we can't see yet, therefore revealing it? I better check that one because I'm not sure. Okay, so we can actually see that card, this one here, because we're on this hill or embankment. We can see over that card, we can see over that card, which would actually reveal that card. So let's reveal that card. Unlock it first. And then flip it. Okay. So he has 2 options to fall back to. That one or that one. Because they're both the same cover-wise. Doesn't say go straight back. It's 8.63. A card out of the line of sight of opposing units. Both are in line of sight. The card with the highest cover value. Move into the cover that provides the best protection, taking into account cover value, stacking penalties, volume of fire, and targeting, etc. So both of those are adequate, so we now need to draw 1 and 2 to see where he falls back to. So draw a card. He goes to card 1, which means he falls back to here. Very clever man. He can bring his foxholes with him. So that marks him as exposed. Now, let's see. We are LMG firing from here, so that's close, long, very long. We haven't got very long on us. No, we've got long, close, long. So we've got no volume of fire on him. And likewise, he's got no volume of fire on us. So that PDF disappears. Okay, that means the crossfire now disappears. Because there's only this chap firing on him now. We're still firing on this card here because we haven't received a ceasefire instruction. Because there still could be gooks there, couldn't there? So let's flip that. That's 1, 2, 3. So that's them all done. Well, apart from Mr. Spotter here. Okay, so what's he going to do? Well, he's still got a valid target here. I don't think he will shift, but let's just check. Enemy spotter. Pinned or fire team side. Good order with no fire. No, good order with fire missions remaining. Yes. Attempt to call for fire on a card in the line of sight occupied by opposing units according to the following priority order. 1. Card with spotter's target marker. That's his first priority. There is targets on there. He'll try to go boom, boom, boom on them again. Right, so he's got 1 mission left. So that's it. How many cards is he drawing? Oh, I put something on the marker to say that. Anyway. No, obviously not. Okay, so how many missions has he got left? Second fire mission attempt. Yeah, Mortar spotter draws 2 cards. Because he's got the mortar target there, he's drawing 3. So 1, 2. No, that's still only 1, 2. He didn't get it, so he hasn't used ammo. So that will be coming off. Interesting. Right. That was the last dude. Right, capture segment. Don't think we're in a situation with that. Retreat. Check for retreat any unpinned paralysed team under a volume of fire. No, I retreat the paralysed team. Retreat any unpinned litter team. No, right. No vehicles. Fire mission update segment. Gone. Gone, gone, gone. Potential contact evaluation. I don't think I'm advanced. So, no. Pinned recovery segment. Anyone not under volume of fire. So he's now recovered. He's like lifting his head up. And he's going, I'm quiet. Yeah, that's how they catch you, mate. You think it's quiet. Is it, though? This is under a volume of fire still, so that pin's not removed. We haven't pinned any enemy. Right, combat effects segment. I'm not going to enjoy this on this card here, I must admit. Let's just do this card here. I'm not going to enjoy that. So, but there we go. Starting from top to bottom, left to right. Okay. Oh, I should clear off the enemy activity markers. Okay. And what we're doing here, so we're starting top to bottom, left to right. So nothing happening here now. Here, no PDF is coming in there. No, not firing on that card. However, this one has got a volume of fire, and he's got a crossfire. We're firing from this card and this card. And he's got a grenade. So, hopefully, we can take, or at least damage this squad. Right, so we've got terrain and volume of fire cancel out. So 0. Foxholes is +1. Crossfire cancels out. So it's 0. So it's a grenade. -4. -4. Right. Let's zoom out a little bit. -4. You lucky toenail. He's pinned. Ooh. Ooh, I could crush a grape. Right, okay. Next row. Nothing here. This nothing here, so nothing. Yeah, because the guy we were targeting, I was going to say, well, wait a minute. The guy we were targeting pulled out, didn't he? Dear, oh dear. Right, okay, so on this card then, it's 0 small arms. We've got 2 units. So we'll do the exposed dude first. So 0, +1, -2 is net -1. Can I have what he just had? Net -1. Of course I can't. He's hit. What's the effect of the hit? Right, so he's a line unit. He becomes paralysed. Okay. Rude. Pull that team. Change that to a state of paralysed. Pin him. Sulk. Right, okay. Now, good question. Can anyone pick up that LMG? I don't think they can. Okay, so this guy, +1, +2. That's it. +2. Draw a card. Is a miss. Okay. Moving to here. Right, so +0, +0. I think it's 0. So on the recoilless rifle team, we're looking at 0. For Pete's sakes. That's a hit. And the effect of the hit is, oh dear, it's a casualty. That's not nice. Told you this is going to be tough. Full of casualty. By gum. Oh, I was going down where it used to be. Yes, can anyone pick this equipment up? Right, so this guy is on +1 for being pinned. 0, yeah, +1. Told you I'm going to dread that other card. +1. He stays pinned. Okay. Right. There's no volume of fire on here. They're okay. Right. Right. Let's move the exposed out the way. I know all but this dude are exposed. Okay. I don't like the look of this. Right. At least we get the terrain. So that's +2. -2 for exposed. Dear, oh dear. So we're looking at 0. Okay. First squad at 0. Draw a card. Is a miss. Whew. Second squad at 0. He's pinned. Okay. Third squad at 0. He's hit. Hit effect is forms a fire team. Okay. So he becomes effectively 2 fire teams. So let's draw a lap there and pull that. Put him there for the moment and pull that. Okay. State. Does the one remain as a, do they both become fire teams? I mean, I know, alright, so that guy's gone at the moment. One become because they've both been hit. Yeah, I think they do become both. Let me know in the comments if that's incorrect. I think they both become fire teams, and they're both pinned. There it is. Okay, so this guy here is also at 0. Draw a card. He's pinned. Next one, draw a card at 0. Hit. And he becomes a litter team. Let's reshuffle that. So that's also gone. Ah, this is a disaster, wasn't it? Absolute disaster. That shifting fire, forgot about the chance of that. Didn't need to move the whole bloody team platoon up. Oh, what am I doing? We need one. So drawing another one, we need a litter team. And therefore pinned. Yeah, dear, look at this equipment. Right. That next one. Is a miss. Okay, so he's missed. Right, this is the key one, the platoon HQ. Pinned. The HMG. Missed. Excellent. And then the assault team hasn't got that -2, so he's actually at +2. And he's missed. Okay, well that should teach you a lesson. It's remembering the lesson. I should have moved them, I suppose, but that's the last shot anyway. Okay, so I'm going to go at the cleanup phase. All right, and then I'm going to end this video here, but I've got ammunition to short out, plus still the any changes of direction of fire and such forth. But this video has been going on long enough. Yeah, vital lesson then learned that all that damage primarily came from that shifting of fire. Got to learn that the enemy can do that, and it's nasty. I didn't need to move the whole platoon up. So yeah, lesson learned. Hopefully. My question that I will see the answer to is, can you pick up equipment? Because then how do you remember where it is? So, yeah, I would doubt you can. So those weapons have got, and if you think it's quite a big area. I know in ASL you can, and some other games you can. And for instance, if you're carrying smoke, canister falls down the ground, you can find it. Why can't you find a 75mm recoilless rifle? Don't know. I'll have to look up in the rules. If you do know, put it in the comments. And while we're in the housekeeping phase, if you did enjoy that and you're still here, please give us a like. Yeah, it all helps the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. If you enjoy what I do, and also do the notification bell, it lets you know when the next episode or whatever I load onto the YouTube, lets you know that it's arrived there. Any comments, as always, mucho appreciato. But until next time, play games, have fun. Goodbye, Internet.